Welcome back everyone to part 2 of my adventures in Morocco, traveling there with National Geographic. So we started off the day leaving Marrakesh and then going to a nearby town for this wonderful cooking class at a local farm that specialized in kind of a farm to table sort of setup. The farm where this was held at was really beautiful, and I'm so glad that I had some time to wander around the grounds in between doing our cooking and everything. We also got to see a live demonstration of some bread making. And overall I have to say that I'm pretty happy with how the food turned out. But as soon as we got done with our cooking class, we headed out to the mountains. We ditched the big tour bus for some SUVs and started climbing upward into the Atlas Mountains. There were some pretty ominous clouds on the horizon, and lo and behold, as we got closer in, it started to rain on us. This actually made for an incredible introduction to the Atlas Mountains. I felt really bad for these mules that had to carry all of our luggage down this steep hill to the Kasbah that we were staying at. This is absolutely amazing. Apparently it rains more frequently up here, but it's still so beautiful. I can't even talk. It's still so beautiful to see it. But once we finally got to the Kasbah, oh my god, it was absolutely stunning. The views were breathtaking. And we got there just in time to hear the evening call to prayer. We just got up into the mountains today. We were down in Marrakesh this morning. We had a wonderful cooking class, which was a lot of fun, and it wound up raining on us on the way up here. So I'm getting a little bit wet right now. The rain's kind of let off, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so wonderful here. Down in Marrakesh, it was about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So up here it's much cooler, which is great. And as you can see, I mean, the views are absolutely stunning. So I'm really excited to be here. This was one of the highlights of the trip for me personally. So I've really been looking forward to it. Rocks falling down. So this will be kind of the beginning of part 2 of this video, or of this video series rather, for the trip to Morocco. We'll be here in the mountains for a couple days and then heading back down later on. So tonight really all that's left is we've got a dinner. I'm going to explore around a little bit on my own. I'm not going to go too far, but yeah, really looking forward to the next couple days. I'm hoping to be able to get some really great shots, so we'll kind of see what I'm able to get. Yeah. Really just a very beautiful place here. Very excited to be here. Also, since I don't know what to expect from wandering around right now, I'm going to bring y'all with me. So, hope you enjoy the POV. I also think that I got one of the lowest rooms on the mountain. So we've got a lot of stairs to climb to get back up to the main Kasbah. But no denying that view. Hello.
Oh.
I know you.
Did you get my Instagram?
No, I don't have Wi-Fi in my room.
Do you want to go explore the town?
Sure. Yeah.
We have 2 hours.
Yeah, we got some time. I think Lasan was saying that the rain knocked off a lot of the walnuts. So everyone's been running around and trying to get the fresh walnuts from the trees. I feel like the hikes always feel less steep when you're going down. I wonder what these are for, the bags.
Stop the flow.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
This hike was actually really great. It gave Brian and I some time to kind of hang out. We were the 2 youngest people on the trip, and he was quite a bit younger than I am. So it was nice just to spend some time, just the 2 of us, walking back down into the town. I was planning on just kind of staying around the Kasbah and seeing what was there, but actually going on this longer hike was fantastic. And it made for a fantastic way to kind of see the valley and some of the towns in the surrounding area. At this point, the rain had let off, which was really nice. That way we weren't too wet for trying to walk back down into the town. And it was really nice just to kind of see some of the locals also.
You just have to deal with me stopping every 10 feet to take a photo.
Anything with
Brian had really wanted to get a plate, so we walked back down to town to find a shop that he could try to find something that he liked, and thankfully he did.
Oh, you don't like it down here. Okay, yeah.
We didn't explore the town too much. We kind of just got into the shops and then started to hike back up because we needed to make it back for dinner. Thankfully, the weather was clearing up, which made for a really wonderful hike back to the Kasbah. I mean, it was stunning to see some of the clouds with the mountains and everything else. I was really happy with a couple of these shots that I'd gotten to.
All right, well that worked out way better than I could have anticipated. We hiked back down the mountain to the town just for a little bit. One of my friends on the trip wanted to get a plate, so he was able to do that. And, oh, hello.
So I tried to film that segment a couple times, and each time I wound up running into somebody that we knew from the trip, so I didn't really get a chance to do that. But after dinner, the sky was incredible, and even though you can't really tell from this very, very dark footage here, but I wanted to try to get some shots of the stars over the mountains at night, and I was pretty happy with the results.
Good morning, everyone. Let's see. Today we have a hike in a little bit over to a nearby waterfall. Gonna go grab some breakfast first, and then I think for the afternoon it's gonna be kind of relaxing a little bit. It's been a really great trip. I don't have Wi-Fi here though, so my ability to do things has been somewhat limited, which is fine. It's really, really beautiful up here. I love this area, the Atlas Mountains that we're staying in. It's incredible. Had a really nice evening last night, had a good dinner. Also tried to get some night shots of the valley and the stars. So hopefully those turned out. I still need to edit them. But yeah, come along with me. We're gonna go on a hike soon, wake up first, hopefully. And yeah, just kind of see what else we can get into.
The hike was really cool, actually. We wound up going through a couple different villages along the route, and it was funny because sometimes it felt like we were just going through an open construction area. Unfortunately, because of the earthquake that happened last year, a lot of this area was still kind of rehabilitating itself. So there was a lot of active construction going on, repairing and rebuilding from the devastation that happened there. Kind of like this crew here that was working when we were walking you through there.
It's just so pretty.
But pretty much everywhere along the way, there was just stunning vistas to try to get some shots from. So it made for a really fantastic hike to be able to see some of these wonderful, wonderful views. Even though we ran into some puddles from the rain the day before, it thankfully was a beautiful day for a hike. It was still kind of cool, so it wasn't too hot, wasn't too wet, and I feel like we just got really lucky with kind of the weather for the whole trip, honestly.
Clean off my shoes. There we go. Okay, sorry. I was trying to do like a... No, you're fine. I was trying to do like a little bit of a longer exposure to get more of the motion with the water. It's pretty though.
Overall, the hike took a couple hours, and though we had some really beautiful views, I was really looking forward to kind of the midpoint of the hike. Part of the reason why we were going up into the mountains here was to go to one of the highest villages in the area and have tea in a private home. This was something that I had been really looking forward to pretty much the whole trip at this point. And at this point, though the scenes were beautiful, I just wanted to get there.
Oh, I'm last this time. Shit. I need to walk faster.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, no, I like this. Oh, and then they stop in front of it. Why are you not paying attention?
Okay.
He's hanging out. He just shook his head. He said yes.
Yes, of course. He's not yours.
So finally, this was the moment that I was waiting for. We entered into this home and had to duck pretty low to get to the main area where we would be sitting for tea. It was kind of a wild experience. I didn't know really what to expect. I'd never been in one of these homes before. But as soon as we got to this main room, I mean, it was stunning to see the view from it, as well as the beautiful and colorful carpets that adorn the space. During the whole trip, we'd been served a lot of tea at hotels or other places we'd gone to, but there was something about being in a private home with this guy that was making us tea was really, really special. The nice thing was that it wasn't the whole group that had gone on this hike. There was only a handful of us that had done it, so it felt way more intimate and personal than some of the other times we had had tea previously. Also, I think I got some of my favorite shots from the entire trip during this. I was so grateful that not only were we welcomed into their home, but we were allowed to take photographs of them while we were enjoying the tea that they had prepared for us. This was a very, very special moment for sure. After tea, we started hiking back down the mountain. And this was really cool too, because you may have seen earlier a lot of the walnut trees that were around, but here we actually went through a pretty large apple orchard.
Yeah.
Apparently walnuts, apples, and cherries were all really big in the area for kind of produce that the area would sell to other markets or export as well. And though we didn't see any of the cherry trees or anything, there were a lot of apple orchards. So any of the time that you see these kind of crates on the side of the road, that's what those were for the apples.
Actually, here you go. This is not too bad. Get past it. With the power lines, okay. You're bold, you're adventurous. I like it. Assalamu alaikum. It's for me?
Yes.
Ah, shukran, shukran.
So now we have a wife here.
Ah, okay. Yes, yeah.
It's very
No,
tricky.
I need to give her sugar now. Oh, so sweet.
So we eventually hiked back down the mountain and made it to this really cool waterfall that wound up having a bunch of like vendors there as well. And on our way into this area, I ran into a couple of people that recognized my camera of all things.
Is that a Hasselblad?
Hasselblad, yeah.
You must see it. That's a Hasselblad.
Hasselblad X2D.
Is this their last release?
Yeah. The Earth Explorer
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Whoa.
It's so good. I love it. It's my favorite camera I've ever used.
Actually, glad to meet you.
You too. Yeah, I'll follow you back as soon as I get Wi-Fi. I'll follow you back. Yeah.
That's great.
You guys take care. Have a good. I get the picture okay? Yeah.
Komisio, lütfen. Lütfen, lütfen.
شكرا.
Tamam. Sergis. Kahir kimse. Mangala ray, kisah komisio. Sah.
شكرا. يا. ممتاز ممتاز. شكرا. يا يا. It's 15.
15.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
They look like good wine.
So after grabbing some fresh squeezed juice, we headed back to the Kasbah. Hello everyone. We just finished up lunch. We had an amazing hike up the mountain and then through some villages. We saw a local waterfall, which I mentioned earlier. Obviously you've seen all of this so far in the video, but it's been such a fantastic day. Being welcomed into a private home for tea was incredibly special. I'm really glad that we were able to have that experience. Everyone here has been incredibly kind and generous, and it's just been a wonderful trip. So far, the mountains here are by far my favorite destination that we've been to. Casablanca was really cool to see. You know, it's a port town, it's exciting, it's bustling, it's a big city. Marrakesh was really interesting. The Medinas and the markets were beautiful, but so far this is my favorite place. The mountains are absolutely stunning, as you can see and as you have seen. We got so lucky with the weather. I loved that it was raining yesterday when we got in. It was just gorgeous. But for today, if we're hiking around the mountains, we could not have asked for better weather. It was clear. It's been cool. It's obviously warming up now in the afternoon, but it's been so nice. For the rest of the evening, we have a demonstration on making homemade bread, which I think could be kind of cool. I'll see if I can get some shots of that. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to or not. So if I am, you'll see that soon. Otherwise, I think kind of the rest of the day is going to be more kind of relaxing. There's nothing else planned other than the bread demonstration for tonight and then dinner later on. And then tomorrow we will be leaving here. We'll be leaving the Kasbah and heading out into the desert. And I'm really excited. I think this and then the desert were the two places that I was most excited for. So it'll be very close to the Sahara, and I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. The only downside of this location is that I have no Wi-Fi, so I'm unable to upload anything or share anything, or even communicate with my friends and family, but that's okay. I don't have like an international cell service, but it's been fine. To be honest, a little bit of a disconnect is not always a bad thing. So to be honest, I think with as much video and photos as I've gotten from this section of the trip, this might be kind of the conclusion of part 2. So I really hope that you stay tuned for part 3, where again we'll be going out into the desert and seeing Ouarzazate and Ait Ben Haddou. A lot of movies have been filmed there. Lawrence of Arabia, Babel, a lot of things. Ouarzazate's kind of the Hollywood of North Africa, I guess. So really looking forward to that. I really hope that you've been enjoying the videos so far. Again, I think that part 2 will be a little bit more condensed, just here in the mountains. But thank you very much for watching. Again, there are more videos to come in this series from Morocco, so please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like. I'm hoping that you're liking the content and liking the photos more specifically. And if I am able to get some of the bread making a little bit later on, you'll see that after this. But wanted to kind of wrap things up here just in case, since I know tomorrow with traveling and everything else, it'll probably be a little bit too busy to do something like this, and certainly not with as good of a view doing this on a bus. Not as exciting. So I apologize that I'm a little dark in the video, but I mean, Come on, I couldn't ask for a better backdrop. So once again, thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, so while I'm glad that I did that kind of outro when I did, there actually was quite a bit left to the day. Not only were there more stunning views, I really just could not get over this view from my room. It was so beautiful seeing the mountain and the valley and everything, but then we went back up for the bread demonstration, and this was actually a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. This woman had been making bread there for like 15 years, and she was so skilled at it. It was another moment that I felt really honored to be a part of. It felt special in a way, even though it was kind of a day-to-day task for her. For us, it felt like a very personal thing. So this was another one of those moments of just kind of a everyday slice of life that felt really special for us to be a part of.
Yes.
I also just love her clothes. They were so beautiful and colorful, and she had just this great face. So once again, I felt very honored that she was okay with us taking photos while she worked. And finally, after the bread demonstration and another wonderful dinner, it was nighttime. And yeah, again, terrible video, but I was really happy with the photos that I got of the night sky. The stars were absolutely gorgeous, and it was clearer tonight than it was the night prior, so I'm pretty happy with some of these. Anyway, that concludes part 2 of this trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in part 3 coming up very soon.